Welcome to the Progtalks by the Progspace. Welcome to the Progtalks, an interview series by the Progspace where we will be talking to musicians in all corners of the progressive music scene.
Welcome back to another episode of the Progtalks. I'm your host Dario, and as always, before we jump into today's topic or welcome today's guest, as always, don't forget to get us a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Helps us out a lot. We appreciate your support. And now, after a quick sip of tea, I want to welcome Stefan Altzar from Sweden, from the band PreHistoric Animals. Stefan, it's so good to see you.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you again.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, I think we did this kind of talk. Was it 1.5 years ago or something?
We did two talks actually. One with we did one with the Progcast, right? And then we did an interview with a whole band on location in the Castle de Bercht of ProgPower in the Netherlands.
A legendary interview.
Absolutely. and the some legendary behind the scenes footage that you put together in this, like, it's not really a making of video, it's like just tour shenanigans with there was some satanic shit going on. I seem to remember.
It is everywhere in the Netherlands.
You mean, yeah. Anyway, the new PreHistoric Animals album is about to drop on March 18th via Glassville Records this time, and
actually March 24th.
24th. Oh, 1 week later. So March 24th. Yeah, that's true. That's what I wrote down, but I said something else because I'm doing a couple of interviews back to back this week. So we're actually today is March 10. We're pre-producing a couple of episodes, but yeah, thank you for correcting me. It's March 24th, and this episode is also going to drop around that time. And it is, of course, the continuation, the second chapter 2 of the Magical Mystery Machine. The last, that was the second PreHistoric Animals album, and
that's correct.
Ooh. It looked like this.
There it is.
Right?
Yeah.
It looked very fancy. Also, the back cover with the band members like Deep Purple's Fireball, right?
Yeah, it's actually the art is made by Richard Deering, a great artist from Bristol.
He also did the cover artwork for the new one as well, the Magical Mystery Machine Chapter 2. Also, again, a really cool back cover with the band members and everything. And I think some stuff happened between part 1 and part 2. I mean, part 1 came out, chapter 1 came out in 2020. So, last time we saw each other was at ProgPower 2019 when you were playing live with playing stuff from the first album, consider it a work of art still. So I guess you weren't really able to play much of the Magical Mystery Machine live yet.
We actually did a gig in Reichenbach in 2021 in the end of August. So we actually played a couple of songs from the Magical Mystery Machine Chapter 1. But actually the plan was, we played at ProgPower. And then almost directly after that, we started to record the next album. And I think Chapter 1 was finished in June 2020, and then we released the first single in July, and chapter 1 was released in September, and then we actually had a lot of drum tracks already recorded. So we a couple of months after the release of chapter 1, we started to record chapter 2, and the plan was to release chapter 2 in September 2021.
But
Exactly one year after the chapter 1 release, but then we got the deal with Glassville, and things were a bit delayed. But it's great to work with Glassville. So because we released the first albums on our own label, but it's fun to work with other people
who can also support you, especially, I guess, promotion wise. They all have their the promotion network that you can I wouldn't say take advantage of, but you're profiting from it.
Yeah, I think it means a lot.
And I have to say, for those people out there who are listening to us talking about music and who have never heard about Prehistoric Animals, you guys play like a really cool, I don't know, alternative prog rock version that is very distinctively Prehistoric Animals. That's a lot of fun to listen to, I'd say.
Okay.
a lot of cool melodies, and I think it was already pretty clear with Consider It a Work of Art, your debut album from 2018, that you guys got something really special going on with your very, very I wouldn't say like mature sounds maybe too snobby, or but a really refined way of songwriting, like the songs that the Prehistoric Animal songs are always like works of art as far as songs go, but they are also always songs, despite some solo here and there, but it's not like random sequences of weird time signatures or whatever. So I guess you really do have, or I'm absolutely sure you do have the potential to appeal to a lot of people, and I think for a small band starting out on their own, especially when it's also when they might be branded as progressive rock, it's hard to reach a lot of people who might really like your music but would never dig into, maybe never have heard about the term progressive rock.
I think our main focus has always been writing great songs, great melodies. And what is great melodies? I think a lot of prog rock and prog metal bands, they have a focus on weird things, weird riffs, weird time signatures. And then when the singer starts to sing, it feels like the melodies are almost like an excuse. Yeah, we have to have a vocal melody, but it's everything is. I don't. No, I don't really like it. So we really try to make catchy melodies, and so if you take away some of the weird things in our music, I think the melodies are almost, they could fit in a regular good pop song or something. we love creating great melodies. That's our thing. But I think some people in the prog rock genre, they think we are a bit too poppy or something. We're not weird enough.
Not complicated enough, not complex enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think I mentioned that before. My favorite prog rock band, I don't know if it's prog rock or prog pop or something. It's It Bites. I love Francis Dunnery and everything It Bites. Everything they have done, and they have a lot of weird things going on in their music. They're actually quite inspired of Genesis and bands like that. But the melodies are always so catchy. Yeah, but not a lot of people have heard of It Bites. So maybe it's not a good thing if you want fame and fortune. Oh, look there.
Found something.
You found it right away.
Yeah. It's I have a perfect spot here to, I can grab my just reach into my
perfect.
Into my discography here, like not discography, collection. What do you say? CD collection.
Collection, yeah.
Yeah, discography, of course, is not my own music. It's music I love. Yeah, It Bites, a very cool band, and also the reunion with John Mitchell, the amazing John Mitchell. I also love his melodies and his guitar playing.
Yeah. And I think the first reunion album with John Mitchell is almost the best they have done in
Tall Ships.
Yeah, and the Tall Ships. I think it's fantastic. It's so good. It Bites.
Really. Wonderful. I have a really, really soft spot for Map of the Past. It's like some stuff on there is so heartbreakingly beautiful.
Yeah.
But you guys managed to do that as well sometimes, and you also with your solo stuff. Maybe we can talk about this a little bit later. Let's stay with the Magical Mystery Machine for a second, because of course this is the album that's coming out right now, and the album that people are going to hear very soon. And you mentioned you had a lot of drum tracks already from recording part 1. So was the music for part 2 already done when you finished the recording for part 1? Or was it just like, or did you model the music of chapter 2 around the leftover drum tracks?
Yeah, in some way we did. Actually, our working process is like most of the time like this. Samuel, our drummer, he writes the main tracks, so he's programming drums and records everything with keyboards. So all the guitar riffs are made with synthetic guitars and bass, and he adds a lot of keys. And then we have this insane messenger group. We could release a book with. And we would be locked in an asylum or something. But it's not always crazy. It's a lot about music too. So Samuel uploads a new track, and then I and Daniel we are fighting to record guitars. First,
who's faster?
Daniel is definitely the fast one. And I think it's very fun because I've in all my projects until I started, we started with PreHistoric Animals. In all my projects, I have written everything. I've recorded demos and everything. And I've sent it to the other guys. Okay, here are the songs. But I think it's so great to have someone else doing the main job. So Samuel is definitely doing the main songwriting with PreHistoric Animals. And then, Daniel, he's faster than me. He doesn't have a life.
Other than playing guitars.
Yeah, he's actually a teacher just like me, so he's busy. But I think unconsciously, I let him do his guitar work because he's so good adding great guitar parts. So it's almost like this. If you have a paper, you write, you draw feet, and then you fold it, and then let someone else draw the legs, and then let someone else draw the body, and then you unfold it. And it's a weird looking person. It's almost like that when we write songs. Yeah, Daniel adds guitar parts, and he exports it. Uploads it to the messenger, to our messenger chat, and when it's, I actually I almost always wait until the real drums are recorded before I start to write melodies and lyrics.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. So when Daniel's guitars are added, we book a studio session with this great engineer called Erik Berglund, and then Samuel records the drum tracks. It's actually very fast. I think the last time he recorded, was it 8 or 9 songs in one day?
And wow. That's efficient.
Yeah, it's very complex songs. Then we get a rough mix. Noah adds bass. I add guitars, and then the fun begins because then I can start to play around with the lyric ideas and melodies. So when I write it, I sit down in the studio. Yeah, right here where I sit now, and I start from the beginning of the song and add new lines of lyrics. So the first 2 lines, write it, record it, write 2 new lines, record it. So I do it in a chronological order, and I think it's fun because it's almost like I'm telling a story to myself. I don't know what's when I sit down a day and do this. I don't know where it's gonna end. I start somewhere on verse 1, and then hopefully in the evening I've come to the end. And I think I have never written songs in that way before, but I think it's so fun. And then when we have this magical mystery machine theme, it's very easy to write lyrics. So I think all the lyrics and melodies and song recording for all the new tracks on chapter 2, I don't think it took more than let's say 5 or 6 days. So I like to work that way, not a little a verse and then wait 2 weeks and write something more. So that works fine for me. But then we send everything and let Erik Berglund mix it, and he does it very well.
Yeah, you mentioned Daniel Magdic a couple of times, and I think his solos on chapter 2 are absolutely fire. And now you mentioned the mix. I absolutely love the rumbling bass of Noah. And yeah, you also mentioned the Magical Mystery Machine story, world, universe. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in the Magical Mystery Machine with these protagonists that are going on this journey?
In chapter 1, it's Cora, a young woman. She gets a mission to collect humanity's abilities, like fear, anger, happiness, good things, bad things, in this mysterious device. Yeah, the Magical Mystery Machine. She gets this mission from a mystical organization, and the plan is, they let her know that the world is about to end in some way, and her mission is to collect everything and then rebuild the world somewhere else, with starting with this device with all the humanity's abilities to start all over again. And she finds her partner Jareth, and then they are in chapter 1. It's a lot of songs are about them collecting all the abilities, and a little backstory, and the weird thing that they know that the world is going to die. In chapter 2, they find out that this mysterious organization is actually people just playing a huge universal game. It's like a Truman show on planetary level.
Wow.
So they start new civilizations, and they let them die just for fun. And they always choose this person to transfer everything to the new world, and then it starts all over again. But this time they find out what they are planning, and they try to stop it.
To prevent the world from ending.
Yeah, or at least to prevent this to happen once again. I'm not going to spoil everything. You have to read the lyrics, and but that's the main story. I think it's it's been very fun writing this. It's very pretentious and everything, but who wouldn't love a pretentious story?
Yeah, and then there was these cool video clips that you also did. For chapter 1, it was a good start. What a lucky day, which we were happy to premiere at our festival, actually, back in late 2020, right?
Yeah.
And now there was these, you were the whole band was fighting these zombies, and you were kind of killed and then resurrected and kind of, I don't know, abducted by aliens, and that's where the new one starts.
Yeah.
Ghostfires.
Yeah.
Did you film both at the same time? No, because
No.
the Ghostfires was not written or recorded yet.
No, it was. So we recorded the What a Lucky Day video summer of 2020, and we recorded the Ghostfires video in the fall of 2021. I think I said 21 before, but it's actually the year 2021.
Yeah, time is mysterious.
Yeah,
Time is weird, but you made it like it actually feels like the direct continuation. At least Noah has the same headband.
yeah,
With where you
yeah. And I wear the same jacket, so I think everyone will believe that the events in Ghostfires video happens right after the What a Lucky Day video. So I have been told that the spaceship we are uh, uh, trapped in is the main ship of this mysterious organization. I don't know, but I've some people have told me. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
So you did these videos by yourself. So how did this happen? How did you acquire these skills? On top of songwriting, singing, playing guitar, and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I started in 2012, I think. I thought it would be fun to create my own videos, and I said to myself, how hard can it be? And I started with this huge project. I was transferring my face into a skull or something. I think I don't know how many hours I spent with it, and it actually looked really bad in the end. So I created some really bad videos at first, but then I've played around with After Effects and Premiere, and I looked at a lot of YouTube clips, and then I actually got better. So now I can do decent videos. It's not like a George Lucas movie or something. Industrial lights and magic. It's not on that level. But I'm actually working alone with this, so that's my excuse. But I think it's very fun, and I like to work with 3D models and weird environments. Then I have What a Lucky Day video was filmed by a friend of mine, Tommy Eriksson, who is a good photographer. Then I did all the special effects and all the editing. I don't know. I think it's fun, and I think we, in some way, I've created this our own universe video wise. So
accidentally.
Yeah. I think
more or less.
It's. I think it's. Yeah, the videos are very pretentious too, but with a lot of humor in them too. And actually, the whole concept story, the magical mystery machine, in the lyrics, there are actually a lot of humor also, because we take this very seriously, but at the same time not serious at all. But it's fun if people start to analyze everything and take it very seriously. Then
yeah, earlier we were talking about the usual run-of-the-mill prog rock or prog metal band would in terms of songwriting, but I think I discussed this with somebody not too long ago here on the Progtalks, that a lot of like a lot of bands in this particular genre, they do take themselves very seriously. They do take their music very seriously, and then it quickly becomes quite pretentious. But yeah, a lot of times without the humor, that kind of breaks it up and makes the pretentiousness, yeah, not weird, but like adding a lighthearted touch or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think you before you started prehistoric animals, you've been involved with a lot of different projects in a lot of different genres of music. So when you started doing prog rock with prehistoric animals, or also with your other projects, is it something that you would say whenever you would write music, you would go about it like you just said, you take it very seriously, but also not, and like
Yeah.
add a humorous human touch to it?
Yeah, I think so. Because even with my Stefan Altzar solo project songs, they're it's they a lot of them they have a prog touch too, and they seem to be very serious. Yeah, a lot of songs are very serious and actually very sad songs, like
The Wounded Boy, or
yeah, The Wounded Boys, The Empty House by the Beach. I think that's the saddest song I've ever written.
beautiful.
So it's sad, but then you have some songs with uh, uh, I'm Wonder Girl, where I'm like a female superhero having a superhero love affair, and I think I like the balance between the serious uh, and the seriousness and the humor. I think it's like if you think of Yngwie Malmsteen, I really loved Yngwie when I was 14 or 15. I still like him, but when you play fast all the time through every song, you play fast, you play fast, you play fast. After a while, that's the normal state, and then it's not fun anymore. I think it's the same with the seriousness in music. If you're serious all the time, it's it starts to get very uninteresting. You need to add the humor. That's what I think.
To spice it up, yeah. Is there any bands that you would consider in the same spirit, also adding, a more lighthearted and uplifting and humorous touch?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're not going to talk about It Bites all the time, but I think they have a lot of humor in their lyrics. So I think that might have inspired me. And then I think Devin Townsend is a perfect example for being extremely serious with beautiful things, and then in a blink of an eye, he adds this completely weird things. I listened a lot to Faith No More in the beginning of the 90s, the Angel Dust album. And then it was some of the songs very beautiful, metal songs, and then some songs very weird. I actually had a prog rock band in from 92 till 94, 95. It was called Bright Fish. maybe I should send you some of the demos.
That would be very, very cool.
Good. And we were inspired by Faith No More and other bands.
That's cool. Yeah, one band from Iceland that we featured in our last festival, the Progspace online festival. Ask the Slave. They also have some like Faith No More influences.
Haven't heard them.
It's Ragi Olafsson from Arstidir is the main vocalist. It was his first band, like the band he got famous with in the Icelandic metal scene, like 15, 20 years ago. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
And they just, they released their third album after a longer hiatus, and it's very fun stuff. And there's a Faith No More humor or weirdness coming through here and there quite prominently. I would like to say that, or I would like to add that I think in Sweden there is kind of a tradition almost of prog rock bands that have humor, or also poppy melodies and all that stuff. I mean, with ACT being one of the prime examples.
Yeah, and Ritual maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very, very, very fun stuff. I'm also really looking forward to that. Okay, that's probably more folky, folk prog, but then Kaipa just announced a new album, and I love the last couple of albums with Per Nilsson of Meshuggah on like playing prog rock. It's so cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been their guitarist for a while now.
Okay.
Actually, the news bit about the album, the announcement of the album was that Morgan Agren was not playing with them anymore because he was busy with other stuff. So they got a new drummer. But I think Per Nilsson is still with them, which is so cool and so unique. Definitely a band I love, but also your neighboring country, even though the Norwegians are mostly known for their black metal, they also have some fun stuff. Let me check. This one, Moran Police, A Boat on the Sea.
Okay. Moran Police. Cool. I have to check it out. Talking of Norwegian bands, I just love Mer.
Yes, we had both Moran Police and Mer playing on the Progspace Online Festival as well.
I saw their performance. So I think the album they released last year, it's brilliant. I wrote to them right away and said, "Hello, I'm Stefan from Prehistoric Animals. I'm a huge fan," and they answered me, and they were nice.
Yeah, they're wonderful, and it's definitely one of the big surprises of last year. Even though Playing House was not their first album, but it was the one that got them the attention they deserve. And I think with Prehistoric Animals, it was a little bit the same. Maybe I mean, it took a bit for considered a work of art to catch on. Or to land you the gig at ProgPower Europe, but I think with the Magical Mystery Machine Chapter 1, sorry, I think that you reached already a lot more people.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting you to reach even more people with Chapter 2.
Yeah, I really hope so. Yeah, and the thing we were expecting to tour with Magical Mystery Machine Chapter 1, but of course, we couldn't do that. So yeah, we're catching up now with chapter 2.
Now you can play songs from both.
Yeah, can do it. So we're playing in Gothenburg on March 19th.
With which one was it?
Together with the Ritual, Magic Pie, and Demoner.
Magic Pie would also be a cool example of fun prog rock.
So it's going to be. We're the weekend after that. We are going to the Netherlands again, and I always mix it up. Prog Dreams. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. I actually wasn't aware that Prog Dreams is so soon already.
Okay.
So better check my train connections.
You should.
Wonderful. I really hope you guys will be able to tour more, to play live more with the Magical Mystery Machine. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, which is going to be out in no time now. You guys out there, check out Prehistoric Animals. Follow their socials. You're going to find the links in the description as always. Order one of the amazing vinyls as you just seen. Where is it? Where did I put it? I put it back. This one. So this was the first one, but the second one, I'm sure it's going to look just as amazing. And so treat yourself and order a vinyl. Assuming there is a vinyl, I didn't check.
There is a vinyl.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, Stefan, for taking the time and talking about music.
Thank you very much.
You guys out there, of course, also don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons and whatnot, and comment and everything for our socials, the Progspace. As always, you also find the links everywhere in the description down below. And also don't forget to get us a cup of tea to help us support. You support us and we are able to support the bands. That's a nice that's what makes a community, right? The prog community. That was it for today with the Progtalks. Until next time, take care and keep spreading that prog love.
The Progtalks, produced by the Progspace. Main host, Rune Belsvik-Reinås. Produced by Rune Belsvik-Reinås, Vanessa and Matthias Kirsch. All graphics and animations by Vanessa Kirsch. Intro theme by Giuseppe Negri. Outro theme by Zach Munowitz. This was the Progtalks by the Progspace. See you in a week.